Hello, Susanna here from the Good Property Company. I'm in Barcelona, so you can hear the urban sounds behind me, but it doesn't look like I'm in a jungle right now. So guys, subscribe to our vids. Also have a pop over to our website, which is thegoodpropertycompany.co.uk. There's tons more stuff that I've written for you guys. Lots of things from our resource centre that will be really useful to you guys. So this one is the beginner's guide to flipping property, or the beginner's guide to buy and sell property. Now, tiny bit of background, you probably know quite a bit already, so I'm not going to go into too much detail, but I started while I'm shooting this video just under a decade ago, and we sourced, bought, sold, let out over 200 properties at a purchase price, or an agreed purchase price of 30 million quid that was end value 45 million quid after refurb. So what does that mean? It means we've got a fair amount of experience, we've been able to spot patterns, we've been pretty successful most of the time, and we've definitely noticed lots of ways to mess up and done lots of them ourselves, so I can share that with you guys so that you don't do the same. So I'm going to make it sound super easy, and yes, there's more to it than that, but let's just go with the basics, the kind of skeleton, so that you understand the concept of buy to sell. So buy to sell is obviously you're buying and selling and you're looking to make a profit. First things first is I want you to only buy and sell a project if you're going to have a 20% markup. So let's just do the maths on that. The whole thing costs 100 grand. You must be absolutely darn sure you can sell it for 120, which is a 20% markup. So you want to times the total cost of the project by 1.2 to give you your 20% markup, and then at that stage, if you're absolutely sure, your research shows you that you can do this, fabulous, go for it. If not, let go, move on, because you need to have that kind of markup, A, to make money, and B, to mitigate your risk. So let's go through some very brief steps. I want you to buy it discounted. We've got tons of videos on how to buy discounted houses. So you're buying wholesale, not retail. I want you to be buying something with as much discount as possible, because on vanilla projects, which are fast in, fast out, turn it around, most of your money is made when you buy. So 1 to 2% of properties out of every 100 are bought discounted. Just tell yourself you're buying wholesale, not retail. Buying from auctions, estate agents, landlords, direct to vendor, all that stuff. We've got loads of videos about deal sourcing. Have a look on our playlist. I want you to not think of yourself as a saviour of a beautiful house. I want you to look at a fast turnaround project. Fast in, fast out, cookie cutter. And so you want to be thinking about time being a major factor in profit. And if you can get out of there within 2 weeks, as we have done, fabulous. If you can get out of there within 6 weeks, fabulous. Because all the costs drag with no income coming in. So fast in, fast out. So try and look for something that has got minimum refurb, maximum profit. Third stage is get your team ready, and time is of essence. So you buy it on the Friday, you start your guys on the Monday, and you're on site or flip every day, making sure progress has started. You've chosen everything in advance, you know exactly what's going to go where. Fourth thing is, do not leave too much money in the project. A classic beginner's mistake to buy to sell is to make it as beautiful as you'd want a house to be yourself. No, it needs to be the just good enough property that photographs up well and sells fast. So don't spend 500 quid on taps, spend, I don't know, 60 quid off eBay. Make sure they're good looking taps, but buy the lower cost equivalent physical design model. Fifth thing, if you can, make more rooms. And sorry about all the noise, we're in a square in Barcelona. So there you go, that's your background. Make more rooms. So a classic thing that I do regularly is I take the kitchen into the living room. Obviously you need building regs for that kind of thing, and then you turn the kitchen, as long as it's big enough, into another bedroom, because if you make more rooms, the thing is worth more. So I do want you to think about buy to sell, you're going to add value. I want you to absolutely ensure you can make a profit when you buy it, but then in addition add value. Sixth thing, I did this on my very first one, don't forget the auxiliary costs. So as my lovely Uncle John says about the crud and corruption, typically for every 100 grand you spend, you're going to pay about 8 grand on, as Uncle John would call it, crud and corruption. By that, what I mean is, don't think bought for, renovated for, sold for, yes! Because I did on my first one, and many other people I mentor do make that mistake before I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. Think about the council tax, the water rates, the gas, the electricity. Think about your mortgage, or more likely your bridging costs. Think about any private finance you've got, and any other ongoing fees. The cleaning, the window cleaners, blah, blah, blah. All that stuff, okay? So typically it's about 8 grand per 100 grand that you're going to be spending. So just factor that in and make it part of your calculations before you do your 20% markup. And then finally, don't forget the wow factor. You are not, and I'm speaking to the men here, and I don't mean this in a rude way, but I'm just going to be straight because I've seen it happen again and again. You are not selling a shed, lads. You're not selling a dovetail joint, lads. You're selling a home. You're selling love, affection, warmth, kindness, food, comfort, sex, family, you know, the whole thing. You're selling the feeling that it is for people to be at home. So dress the property, you spend 200 quid on an amazing photographer, get amazing photographs, landscape, not portrait, only one portrait, which is the hero shot. Have a look at our website, thegoodpropertycompany.co.uk. Have a good look at our case studies, you'll see what I mean. Most of my stuff's from IKEA, B&Q, when it was still there, RIP, Habitat, Argos, but their houses look great because I've matched them beautifully and we've had great photographers. And you're selling a feeling and a home, not a beautifully renovated house, which sounds silly, but it's the truth. So don't forget the marketing side of it, that's really important. And then last thing, and I've lost count, is conveyance like crazy. 1 in 3 falls out of bed, meaning they agree to buy it and they don't actually go through with it. You've got to set a deadline. I typically will say, okay, you're agreeing to buy it. In 10 weeks time, you're going to buy it. In 9 weeks time, you're going to exchange on it. And then you have to conveyance like mad and keep pushing people forward, or they'll extend, and then they get a bit of a wobble. There are lots of dogs in Barcelona. Can you see them? Yeah. Oh, did I? Where is he? Oh, there they are. Look. There are loads of dogs barking in Barcelona. So I hope that's a useful beginner's guide to buy to sell. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Somewhere there's a button and you'll get loads more. Check out all the playlists. We've got loads of playlists on buy to sell, on raising finance, on deal sourcing. And then hop over to the website, which is thegoodpropertycompany.co.uk. We've got a ton of free stuff on there for you as well to download. And also have a good look at my case studies on there, because that'll give you a great idea how to stage your own properties. Good luck. It's a great way to make serious amounts of steady cash, so go for it, guys. Good luck. Bye.